Before we dive in, I've got something for you. If you're studying for the ARE, you don't need to figure it out alone. Inside my free resource hub, you'll find study guides, resource guides, pop quizzes, and other tools designed to make exam prep a whole lot easier. Head to dci.beyoungdesign.com/resources or check the link in the show notes to grab it now. It's completely free. All right, enjoy the show.
Start in that order. Start with practice management. Trust me, you will thank me. I promise. I recommend starting with practice management. Highly, highly recommend it. The other reason why I recommend it is because it's like a building block. These exams are all building blocks. Think of it like architecture. We start with a foundation and we move our way up. We're not going to start with PDD, which is like, the roof finish and the tile, because there's no foundation yet. You got to start and you got to work up and you got to build up the process. And that way, when you get to PPD, which I arguably think is more difficult than PDD, you have these basic foundations, so you're not having to think like, oh, how am I going to navigate the testing center? Like, you've got that. That's just like old news now. You're not thinking like, oh, what's A201? What's that contract again? You got that, right? So you have that foundational knowledge by the time you get to PPD, PDD, that's like, now you can focus on what you really need to focus on in order to pass. So start with practice management, then go to project management, then construction evaluation, then go to the technical exams, PA, PPD, PDD, okay? Now, I highly recommend this because project management, PCM, is going to take you into information that you will go deeper into in project management. So you're going to start looking at contracts in practice management. You're going to start looking at businesses and how to run a business. But then in project management, you're going to go into a deeper dive into contracts, a deeper dive into the roles and responsibilities of everybody, of the project, who runs the project, all that good stuff. But you already have that foundational knowledge of like how to even open a business. So now you can focus on how do I run a project. Now, CE, you're going to do a way deeper dive into contracts, but you already have that foundational knowledge so that when additional contracts like the G series contracts come up, you're not having to take in that information and also learn for the first time A201. You already know those foundations. Yeah, you're going to do a deeper understanding of A201, so you know it at a cellular level, but you already understand it. You already know the basics. Same thing for PA, PPD, PDD. It's like you start macro and then you go micro. So you start with PA, which is like a huge macro view of what the project is going to look like and how you are going to start setting up a project. And then you're going to go into PPD, which is very broad, but you already have that foundational understanding and knowledge of PA, which goes into PPD, but at a more detailed level. Now, PDD is going super micro. So you have an understanding already of the sun. You get it. You know where the sun is. You understand the azimuth and all that good stuff. Now, I think I titled this video, what to start with, but I guess I'm telling you the whole thing. So now you go into a deeper thing so you can focus on the details. So start in that order. Start with practice management. Trust me, you will thank me. I promise. Now, I know logically the next question is, okay, what happens if I fail PCM, practice management? Do I go on to project management? My recommendation is fail practice management and start focusing on taking it right as that 60-day hits. So schedule it for 60 days out. And I'm going to give you some advice here. But typically, when we fail practice management, it's our very first time failing the AREs, which can come with a lot of emotion. Again, go watch my video on failing so that you can figure out how to overcome that so it doesn't tear you down and you give up. But a lot can happen with that. And so when we fail that first exam, now we need to figure out what the tools and how we need to create a plan and a system that can help us pass the next time. And so that might take a little bit longer. And also healing emotionally from that first fail may take an extra week. So schedule that first 60 days. But here's the key is schedule it. Because if you don't schedule it, it is so easy for that day to slip away, and pretty soon it's 6 months later, like what happened to me, and you're like, oh, I guess I have to get back in there and do this. But then the information's not fresh in your brain. It's not there, right? So schedule it for 60 days, go take it. Now, if you fail again, if you fail for a second time, then I recommend going to project management. And I have in the Ultimate Study Plan, which is my study guide thing, I have it broken down to 6-week study plans. So go get inside Ultimate Study Plan if you want an exact week by week what to study for 6 weeks. You can do it. You can study and take your exams in 6 weeks. So if you fail practice management for the second time, then start focusing on project management. Give yourself a week to just chill, heal, recover. There's a lot of emotion and energy that goes into taking these exams, and then schedule your project management for 6 weeks out and do it. So that's 7 weeks instead of having to wait full 8 weeks. And then go in, take project management, and then schedule your practice management again for probably 60 days. I would say go take project management, give yourself a good 2 weeks after that to take your third practice management. You don't need a full 6 weeks again. You've taken this exam twice now. You've got it. Plus, studying for project management is going to also be studying for practice management. Okay, so does that make sense? So take practice management. If you fail, take it again at 60 days. Fail again, take 6, max 7 weeks to take project management, and then 2 weeks later, take practice management again, okay? Now, I would go with the second option. If you fail project management, you don't need a full 60 days, but at 7 weeks, I guess, if you want to do that. But if you feel motivated and you want to keep going, take CE next, and then do the 2-3 week and then go take project management again. But I'm going to say this because if you say you're done with PCM, you're done with PJM, and you go take CE and you failed that one, but you don't have another pro practice to go with, I would wait and take CE again in 60 days before moving on to PA, because the technical exams are another beast and you want to get those pro practice ones before you start diving into the technical. If you fail CE again in 60 days, which you're not going to do, but if you do, then you could start focusing, okay, let's go focus on PA. But I would recommend getting those pro practice ones done and then go over to the technical. I have a lot more information. I have tons of other videos all about best tips. Download, which gives you a lot of more tips like this, but even more, 31 of them. And I already went way more on this video than I intended. Again, I meant for it just to be which one to take first. But I think that all of that will help you, because I know that naturally the next question of what do I take first is, okay, well, what happens if I fail that one? What do I take next? And how do I do that? So hopefully that created some clarity for you, and hopefully can set that motivation so you can start going and taking your exams and get in there and do it. And don't take years to feel like you're 100% ready to get in there and take it. I promise you, you will never feel 100% ready. I promise you. Promise, promise, promise.
Thanks for listening today. Hey, remember, you've got free resources waiting for you at dci.beyoungdesign.com/resources. And when you're ready for deeper support and to come hang out with us, join us inside the ABC Club and ABC Club Premium, where you are going to get the help you need to pass your exam and actually enjoy the process. So don't let another week go by without moving forward. Take action. You got this. Check the links in the show notes and join us inside the club.